I just have 3 things to say to you.
Dude, I have been working my ass off. Look at this. Look
God
at all these
bless
fucking
the students.
man.
The newest, the latest.
God bless
I don't know.
Bishop's University.
I gotta stand out again.
And ladies
So
and
I'm just
gentlemen,
doing the most.
start your engine for JoshuaZ.
So, I think it was my mom who taught me all the survival skills I know today. And I'm not talking like the primal shit, alright? I grew up in rural where the only hunting and gathering we did was hunting for cheap cars on Kijiji and gathering DUIs. No, the survival skills she taught me were more social survival skills. Like she always said, you know, Josh, lying isn't okay. But if you're ever uncomfortable or feel like you're in a sticky situation, you can always throw me under the bus to get it. And I thought that was really cool, you know, really cool thing my mom could do. Just jump in front of those bullets for me. She's great, I love her. But goddamn, that woman must have an entire extended magazine in her chest by now, the way I would abuse that shit every time. And I'm not kidding. Every single time. That weird kid who ate chalk, and let's be real, we all knew one. And if you did it, got some bad news for you. But every time that motherfucker called, it'd be the same thing. Yo! Oh, you want to go throw rocks at the neighbor's dog? Of course he did. What? No, yeah. No, that's so cool. I totally want to do that. I just gotta ask my mom for permission first, you know. I never did, but watch this. Dude, you're not gonna believe what she said. Works every time. I'm not kidding. But I couldn't keep dodging his calls forever. And one time, Chalky somehow managed to get me the third wheel to his girlfriend's church youth night. Which, to be fair, is the only other date you can have as a middle school couple if you're not ready to find out what a hand job is in the back of a Marvel movie. So I was telling my parents about this, right? About the church thing, not about how much I enjoyed Infinity War. So I'm telling my parents about this, and my dad goes, all right, kid, go have fun. Just don't give them any personal information. That's how they get you. Great. So, of course, we get to the church, and what's the first thing they say? Hi, what's your name? Instantly, I'm panicking, because as a kid, my name is half the personal information I know. So there I am, I'm sweating my balls off. Game time decision, what do? Hi, I'm Charles. Fucking Charles? Out of all the names that have ever existed in the world, my ass chose Charles. Do I look like a Charles? Fuck no, I don't look like a Charles. What was I thinking? But they believed it, so I was in. After the classic church games and, you know, learning about Jesus and his prostitute, we'll do, by the way, the pastor starts to wrap up the night by asking one last question, and he does it very charismatically, so I'm going to try and capture that moment for you guys, but I'm going to okay, kids! He was a youth pastor. After what they've heard here tonight, is there anyone who's ready to accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior? And when I tell you this room went silent, no one even dared to move. It's like they were scared he was going to do the teacher thing, where he just scans the crowd, looking for the person making the least amount of eye contact, and goes, you! Are you ready for Jesus? It was like a modern day crusade. But I'll never forget what happened next. As there I was, sitting in the pew, and I just lean over to Chalky and his girlfriend, and I just whisper, watch this. As my dumbass raises my hand in the air. And of course, the pastor jumps on this opportunity. He's like, yes! 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 You, what's your name? Motherfucker really thought he could get me with that. I was in too deep now. It's Charles, sir. The biggest lie I ever told was when I stared this pastor dead in the eyes, and I just looked into his soul, and I told him that I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Why did I do that? I am not a religious guy. What was I thinking? But they believed me. And not only did they believe me, everyone was coming up afterwards and congratulating me and shaking my hand. I felt like I was the first one in the friend group to lose their virginity. Turns out both are easier to do when you fake your identity. But I'm not a religious guy. I did grow up in a religious house, so it'll never happen. But when I'm not 100% sure that the condom worked, I would be lying if I told you my next move wasn't, hey man, it's Charles. Thank you very much everyone, that's my time.